Welcome to part 51 of Tales of the Abyss.
What are we doing in this part?
As you remember from the last part, I was flying around getting search points towards the end just for the sake of filling out the map. And I realized I was taking a lot of time, so I basically just did that off screen. And now for this part, it's been a while since I recorded this, so I'm trying to remember exactly what it is we do.
Is this nothing about side quests?
No.
Better not be.
It's more than just side quests, don't worry. We have to...
Yeah, of course it's more than just side quests. It has that dog in it.
Yeah. No, we're trying to... I think this is when we're going back to St. Bina, or did we already do that?
No, we already done St. Bina.
Okay.
We're done with St. Bina. We're done with Cecedonia.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm trying to remember exactly what it is that we did.
And that dog died. That dog died before the Mystic Arc could finish.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I know.
Oh, I remember what we did last time. Last time we spent more than half the video talking about Mystic Arts because we were in a Sephiroth, and those dungeons are boring.
Oh yeah, we went on a tangent, didn't we?
Well, it wasn't really a tangent. We were just discussing what the Mystic Arts were, because since I'm not doing a New Game Plus, I can't show off the second Mystic Arts. But if you guys watch that video, be glad I'm not, because the requirements for pulling off most of those are bullshit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is mashing the A button BS?
No. The stimulations for most of those are ridiculous. The only one that's easy to pull off is Jade's, and that's assuming you want to spend all the time... Assuming you want to waste time casting Thunderblade over and over again until you can do it. Because his is the easiest. Once you use Thunderblade 100 times, then you can just hold X, I think, and it eventually just works.
Hold X to make everything work.
And now I'm trying to go where I'm supposed to go, and I'm like, oh, god dang it, blizzards. I need that upgraded Blightstone.
We're never gonna get it.
Oh, I'll get it. You're just not gonna get it for a long time.
We're never gonna get it.
Shut up.
For some reason, I'm just imagining the flying machine be the Tartarus. Just barrel through everything.
Also, a nice touch, I think I mentioned this earlier, but the world map does change based on the lands that fall, because now you can see where St. Bina used to be and where Cecedonia used to be.
You also see where Xarius used to be? Oh, too soon?
Well, that was already there. Xarius been gone for a long time.
Oh, too soon?
Well, I think they got over it, mostly. So many items. The thing is, this wouldn't be so bad if I actually knew how to customize
By the
them.
way, thank
anyway,
you for jump cutting.
Yeah. I think this is when I realized, oh right, you have to go back to
Ingave,
and Ingave's kind of in the cliff off right now.
Oh right, I can edit.
Well, oh, shush.
Hey, you, stop. I'm gonna ram into you, because I'm gonna slide into you.
Oh right, we're still having to finish up this thing with Ceceil and Frings.
It kind of looked like the way they was animated. It looked like she just slid into him.
I know. It's like, what?
Bumper cars, so crunchy.
God dang it!
She's riding an invisible bumper car.
Dang you for making that a stage in Mario Maker.
What? I love bumper cars. So crunchy.
So many freaking clown cars everywhere, and you can't move.
And then the thwomp kills you.
No, the thwomp never killed me. The thwomp couldn't kill me because I could never move anywhere.
Usually when I do the
every time I would try to move, I would just get bounced backwards, and then one of the other ones would sit on top of me, and I couldn't move.
Yeah, for most of my death was because of the thwomp.
Hey, you can't blame anyone but yourself. You're the one that put it there.
I know. That's why it's glorious. And yes, I put that...
How is it glorious Is it really worth getting killed by your own stage 50 times just to ensure that it's uploaded?
Tell that to some of the Kaizo Mario people.
The people that upload those Kaizo-style stages are people that play Kaizo Mario and know how to beat those stages.
And nobody
else. That's why they make them in the first place, to be a dick to everybody else online.
And to sacrifice Yoshi.
Well, everyone makes a sacrifice Yoshi level because it's Mario World, and that's like 99% of what this... That's pretty much 99% of the internet uses the Mario World layout. I want
a Mario Maker stage where it's called Betrayal. You trade to a swine, and all warp pipes bring out nothing but Yoshis. That fall in pits.
Technically, I would say you could, but I don't think you can actually make Yoshi spawn out of a warp pipe.
You can make him spawn out of it.
I haven't.
If you can make him spawn,
I've never
out,
tried.
If you can make him spawn out of a. You can make him spawn out of a.
You can make him spawn out of a block.
I'm pretty
sure.
Then I'm sure you can make him spawn out of a pipe.
I think the block is just because it's going off of Mario World physics. I haven't tried. I could be wrong. I have to check and see if you can make Yoshi spawn out of pipes. I know you can make enemies come out of pipes, but I never tried with a Yoshi.
The level called Warrior's Dream.
That was the first stage you made.
Yes, and it was glorious.
I would make a Wario themed stage, but I don't have a Wario amiibo, and I can't ever find him.
Well, you can unlock a Wario costume normally.
I know. But it'd be faster to just get a Wario amiibo. Although it'd be cheaper to just unlock it.
Yeah. By the way, advanced logic. If you're watching this, screw your Asbel level. That was the most boring level I've ever seen in my life.
He did that on purpose. That was the whole point of the level.
I know. Asbel had a hard life and just rains coins.
That's not really how it worked, but...
No, it would have worked as if he had to sacrifice Yoshi at the end.
God dang it. On the subject of that, I really do have to just bite the bullet and just buy the last, until Zestiria comes out, because I want to get Grace's F before Zestiria comes out, because I know I'm just going to spend all my money on that.
Just get a used one.
I know, that's why I thought every time I go to a shop, I don't have a GameStop near work, and anytime I go to the Target that's next to work, there's a Toys R Us next to my work, and Toys R Us does not have Grace's F for some reason.
Because it doesn't have a used game section.
No, but it does have a PS3 section. It just
that doesn't mean they carry all PS3.
Never has.
That doesn't mean they carry all PS3 games.
No, but they do. That's where I got my copies of Zillia. That's where I got my copy of Zillia 2. And every time I go to that Toys R Us, there's always a copy of Zillia in their display case.
I got my copy of Zillia 2 at Kmart on Black Friday. They have for
I know you mentioned that, although I don't think you mentioned it online.
Not online, no.
Lucky you.
I managed to score a copy at freaking Kmart for $20. Nice.
I mean, I think my Zillia 2 only cost $35 because I got it at it wasn't at Target. I think I got it at Best Buy. That was near. That was back at that was back near my other work. Which is the same job I'm still working in. It's just at a different location. But point is, I want to get at least Grace's F because I don't even know if when Zestiria comes out, if Toys R Us is even going to have it.
My question is, why would you even want it?
Just for the sake of having it, because I like Tales. I like the franchise. Just because the game is none. Just because Grace's F is kind of divided on how much people like it doesn't necessarily mean I don't want it.
I don't like the Future Arc because that Future Arc's is a piece of garbage.
You're not the only one that thinks that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it right now. Future Arc's a piece of garbage. Ha! What are you gonna do about it? Oh well.
Again, you have a lot of people that would agree with you on that.
The game is meh, but the Future Arc is where it just turned like a spiral downhill to what the crap.
I have a feeling we brought this up in a previous video.
Probably in Logic's own video.
Maybe. Of course, Logic spent the entirety of that making fun of the future arc because he didn't want to do it in the first place. Anyways,
Sophie can't read.
let's talk about Abyss, because that's what we're commentating on here.
Sophie can't read still.
Anyway, this is what this subquest amounts to, is just...
It's a giant love triangle, let's put it that way.
Yeah. And for some reason, we have to be the mediators for it, because nobody else will do it. Like, oh right, everyone's still dead here.
By the way, if you haven't gotten any of Guy's secret arts, this is your last chance.
Yeah. Also, if you were following, if you were following my thing as a guide, I apologize, but I kind of went a little too far, and I can't finish that side quest with the in-game rice back in Yulia City.
Look at me, I can't do it either.
I don't even remember what that gives you, honestly.
By the way, I wanted to make it funny here. It's actually kind of hilarious in hindsight. You remember what initiates Guy's secret arts side quest to begin with?
That was back when you get back to Batical and you have to go check the sword that's on the wall, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
No. This is initiated when you talk to Perry for the first time.
Yeah.
I didn't actually get any of Guy's secret arts until the naval port decided to fall into the cliff off, and there's just guy just standing there out for no reason. And but the funny thing is, the cutscene played normally, as if Luke hadn't done his character development yet.
Yeah, that happens. Although getting the arcane art books has nothing to do with getting that sword.
No, I think that sequence kind of broke itself because they expected you to do it earlier.
I don't know when the cutoff point is for getting the arcane arts.
I think,
but you might have been at the last possible moment of where you could get it.
I think after you actually initiate it, there is no cutoff point afterwards. It's just starting. It's just starting it up is when it cuts off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think you got lucky and just managed to find it right at the last possible moment where you could actually start it.
No, I'm saying that once you start the secret arc the side quest.
Oh yeah,
you can't actually miss it anymore.
That's true. I think that's one of the few times where once you start a subquest, you can't stop it.
Once you start it, you can't unstart. Yeah, once you start it, you can't unstart it.
As opposed to things like the sword dancers, where if you go too far into the plot, they'll disappear if you don't kill them before then.
Oh, I'm gonna murder every single one of them.
Oh, so am I. And at this point, if you've beaten the second sword dancer by this point, which, spoilers, by this point, if you haven't, it's too late.
AKA, what is wrong with you?
Well, if you're not trying to go for it, you don't have to worry about going for it. But the point is, the second sword dancer is the last one you have to worry about having a cutoff point with. Just like in every other Tales game that has sword dancers, the third one's just going to stay there forever.
He's just going to sit there minding his own business.
At least I think the third sword dancer in Symphonia never goes away.
I don't think he ever goes away, no.
I know the first one goes away if you don't kill it before going to the Tower of Salvation for the first time.
By the way, I think it's fun. I think it's kind of interesting that the third sword dancer in Symphonia is literally right beside Dirk's house. It's like, how did this get here?
It's always been there. It just doesn't show up until after you beat the second one.
Like, how did this get here? It's like, hey, look, we got a new neighbor. I think he's kind of a jerk.
I know all the cutoff points for the sword dancers in Symphonia because I've beaten that game so many freaking times.
I just think it's funny. I was like, hey, look, we have a new neighbor. He's a talking skull. He's kind of a jerk.
And that's why I try to kill the second sword dancer as soon as possible because... Well, I always forget when the cutoff point for the second sword dancer is, which is why I try to kill him as soon as possible.
That dog clearly missed.
Yeah.
Getting back on topic.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so this is how this goes. Every time you talk to Frings or Ceceil, then something else happens which causes them to get more character development. Hooray.
Ow! I stabbed my own finger.
Like, nah, don't worry, it'll just... Like, okay, time to put my sword away. It'll just clip right through the...
That was supposed to do clipping.
It'll just clip right into... General Ceceil, are you okay? Shut up!
No, it just zooms in our demonic face.
And then she limps away. Jay, shouldn't you help her? You're a doctor, right?
It's like, Suntory intensifies.
What fissures? Oh, right, the land is falling.
Even though there was no way it could have hurt you. Well, granted, they didn't know that, but still.
I think it's supposed to be implied that it actually did attack her. It's just because it didn't show it in cutscene, it looks like nothing actually happened.
Define fissure. Fish. I'm sorry, they just turned into a Budweiser commercial.
Also, this is the cutscene where, for some reason, they decide to make Natalia the dense character, even though they already gave that character trope to Tyr a long time ago.
Well, with Tyr, it's justified. With Natalia, it's like, what?
Well, what I'm saying, like right here, it's like, I don't mind either one of them having that trope, but why give it to both of them at the same time?
My guess is that Natalia was added in the last minute.
Maybe, but it just kind of feels like a waste, because why use the same character trope for two different characters?
Maybe it's implying that they're gonna have the relationship thing come back, but then scrapped it.
Maybe.
So they're like, we'll just make both of them dunces.
Well, they already kind of had the whole pseudo lovers quarrel between Luke and Natalia until Natalia honestly just goes, "Oh wait, Ash is Luke. That's the one I like."
She secretly carries Ash in a locket.
And I mean, to be fair, it does make sense. It doesn't make sense for her to be an outright jerk to Luke because of it, but that's a whole nother story that I'm not going to get into because I'm pretty sure we brought it up before.
She secretly carries a picture of Ash in a locket, and whenever someone sees it, she punches.
She probably does.
And whenever
because it's the real Luke. But...
and whenever someone sees it, she punches them in the face.
So you're making her Helga now?
Yes.
She's not a bully, so that doesn't really work.
She acts like one.
No, she acts entitled on occasion because she's a princess.
Oh yeah, well I'm a douche. Oh yeah, well I'm a douche. Oh yeah, what if I said
she doesn't act like that as much? She's not like that as much now, but
I was trying to say,
I'm talking about back then.
Say, all right, and how about this? I'm the Duke of that city there. See, I can make up words too.
Well, technically they're not wrong. Neither of them were, at least until we found out about the whole fake princess thing.
Oh yeah? Well, you, sir, are a sphincter. See? I can make up words too.
Technically Luke is a fake Duke as well because he's a replica, but I don't think Alaska cares about that. Ash sure as hell doesn't give a shit.
It's like, fine, take my towel, see if I care.
I mean, he's already mad that he stole his past, but... I mean, that was the whole point of when you fought him way back in Yulia City. Which I still feel bad for losing that. I should have been able to win that, but oh well.
I'm the emo one. No, I'm the emo one. We must fight. Okay.
That was like 20 parts ago, dude.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, we're almost done with this ridiculous side quest.
I actually wanted to bring up a skit that comes up during that fight, by the way.
Go on.
Let me see if I can find it again. Come on, don't wet. Come on, don't get bad on me.
You're saying that if you win the fight, you get a skit that references
No,
it or
you have
something?
you have a skit that happens in mid fight.
Oh yeah, like the more damage you do to Ash, then it shows more scenes.
No, as it.
There's like a.
No. It's not like that. It's like in this specific instance, you and Ash have to do Raging Blast at the exact same time.
Oh yeah. And then there's a scene where you both use Rending Thrust at the same time and knock each other over.
Hey, cut out! You first, you jerk. Here, have a dagger.
Like, we have something to give you. We have something to give you. Oh, great. You don't even... Like, wow, you really don't ease up on people, do you? Nope.
Now take this letter back.
Like, now take this letter to her. Why am I a mailman?
Can I at least get paid?
Link got paid. Actually, no, he didn't.
Jade, why are you even here?
I have to be here by proxy.
He didn't even do anything in that cutscene. He was just there.
No, he's just there by proxy, I said.
Oh,
He's there because he is with Luke. I'll bet not because he wants to be. He just... Actually, no. Jade even says, like, he doesn't really have to be with them. He chooses to stay with them. If he really hated Luke, he would have left us a long time ago and just said, fuck it. Never came back.
Nah.
He can be like, I'm helping everyone but Luke's still here, so...
I like how this started. It's like, not this again.
It's like, oh, you're back.
God, can't I have any kind of privacy, please?
It's like, fine. Can we do this again? I equate this... Since this is optional, I'm thinking, like, this is the kind of side quest that the General White thing in Thousand Year Door was mocking. This is the exact thing that Nintendo was mocking in Thousand Year Door, now that I think about it.
Yep. Which one?
At least
which one came first, though?
Actually, I think both Thousand Year Door and this came out in the same year. I think Abyss came out in 2006.
I wouldn't know.
Maybe it was 2007. I know it came out when I was in college because that's when I bought it. I bought it online when I was in school, and because I saw it and was like, I read a review saying that it was really good, so I just said, why not? I have a PS2, I'll buy it.
Let's see here. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door came out here in 2004.
2004. Okay.
Yeah, so
it would have been before this.
Yeah, so this game, Thousand Year Door came 4 years before.
Oh, this came out in 2008. Dang. This is later than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was probably thinking of Symphonia that came out around that time. That makes more sense.
Yeah, this came out in 2008 on the PS2. Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door came 4 years earlier.
Okay. Yeah, I must have been thinking of Symphonia then.
Yeah.
No, because Symphonia came out in like 2004 or something like that. Anyway.
We'll leave. What? No, what?
No. I love that line. Hannes. Oh,
fine. I'll go hide behind the couch.
Not exactly.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did that, because that's what the Ninja Turtles did.
Well, you're kind of right, but it's not exactly that.
I know what it exactly is.
I know.
I'm just referencing the Ninja Turtles movie where they did that exact thing.
Yeah.
Half Raph hide in the closet. That sounds funny.
No, it's not. I'm trying to remember that.
God
dang it.
This peephole is garbage. I can't see anything.
And Annis, that robe is defying gravity right now.
Isn't that defying gravity?
It shouldn't be floating like that.
Yeah, well, Annis defies gravity all the time.
God dang it.
No,
that's Tokunaga.
Again, she rides Tokunaga, therefore she defies gravity.
Touché.
Also, she apparently plays Tekken.
There, see?
He gave me a ring.
Here we go.
No, every time I look at the image of that ring, is literally in my item box right now. I look at that ring and I'm like, that is way too big to be a ring.
It's like a... Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's like a baseball.
It's like the size of my fist.
Size of my head.
Dang.
Actually, let me look it up here.
Well, the sorcerer's ring isn't that big either, but if you look at it on the menu, it's huge.
Of course it is.
Either that or Mew's just that small.
No, Mew's just that small. What if it was meant for a giant's finger?
I don't know. The sorcerer's ring has a different origin in every Tales game.
It would have been funny if it was intended to be a hula hoop the entire time.
Even if she rejects me, I thought, well, yeah, they're playing up that trope.
Take it.
Good luck, man.
Take it.
They're polar opposites. They're gonna get together, aren't they? Second episode. God damn it!
Every time.
I was trying to quote Nostalgia Critic from when he was doing Sailor Moon.
Yeah. There you go.
Like, how long are they gonna drag this shit out? 3 seasons? Oh god damn it!
Yeah, I brought the memento ring. I brought the memento ring in the items box. I was mistaken. I thought it was one of those oversized rings. That was one of those comically oversized rings. That would have been funny.
Like that, I think it's just because when you look at it, any item in the menu, it always looks bigger than it's supposed to be. I guess you're supposed to be looking at it with a magnifying glass. Don't ask me why, but eh. Well, we're gonna finish up this subquest. Oy. Sorry this is so boring.
I still want to bring that up, but we're not there yet.
We're getting close.
Hilarity ensues. I can't accept the ring. Why not? Just freaking take it so we can end this crap already.
Here's my question. How did you get here before us? You literally left 2 minutes after we did, and we have an airship.
I took a boat, stupid.
Well, I took an airship. It's even faster.
I took a boat, stupid.
Dang you, video game logic of just instant transmission everywhere.
No, she wrote on top. No, she wrote on top of Sonic the entire. What you don't see is Sonic off screen.
But I had to fly over water. Sonic hates water.
You can run over water.
Touché.
What of that?
Like I said, touché. Well, I appreciate it. I hate Malkuth. That's understandable.
when you talk to her again, she says, "Don't tell anybody."
Like, my ancestors were part of my grandpa was part of Malkuth. Kind of don't want my soldiers to know that I'm related to Malkuth in some way. Please don't tell anybody.
Tell no one, or
to
I'll
be
slit.
fair, I can understand that.
Tell no one, or I'll slit your throat at night. Yeah, I'll see if he tells them then.
Yeah. See you in part 52 when we finish this side quest up. Sorry it takes so dang long.
We're still not done.
We're almost done. We just have to go back to Frings one more time.
It'll take you literally 2 seconds to do it.
Well, this was a 50-minute part condensed into 30 and a half. My sentiments exactly.